Yay.
All right. Do it.
All right. So I thought first we should look at any errors that Xcode is kind enough to give us. So does anyone see an error? Kimball, do you see an error?
Yes.
What should we do?
Value of dot.
So we should click on it?
Yes.
Element API client has no member get elements. All right. Let's slow down for a little bit. 'Cause I can't even see these letters. David, is there a way to make this bigger?
Yeah. You hit hold command and get plus.
Oh. No, the side.
What's
No.
that? Oh, no, I don't really. Sorry.
Okay.
Just tell me that.
What? All
What
right.
are you looking for? Keep talking.
What do you mean? What am I looking for?
Just keep talking.
Oh, okay. So why are we in Elements API client? Kimball.
To create the get elements function.
Okay. Who wants to walk me through that? Kevin. What do we usually put here? Completion handler. Escaping. So our escaping is made up of results. So Crystal, what are the two things that result is made up of? So we have a success and a failure. So we have a success. What are we planning to get if it's successful? What's the name of our function? So if we're successful, we're expecting an array of what? Nima. And if we fail? Yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Then we're going to return void. Now we need to do code work.
Sorry?
Oh, so now we need to code block. We want to get elements. We have to. We're going to use a network helper.
Yeah.
So the first thing. Manager that form data task.
Which one are we using? There's two.
We're going to use.
Are we using the one where we have data or not? Chose the wrong one. Can someone tell us why we're using the one where we don't have data?
That's Albert.
Albert. So we had two perform data tasks, one with data, one without. Why are we using the one without?
I'll say,
Sam, pass it back to Albert.
pass to Liana.
Don't pass it again, Albert. Just answer the question.
I don't know.
Ask more questions so you can find the answer. How about reframing it? Michelle, can you reframe the question?
Sure, you can reframe the question.
Why are we not passing in data on this specific function that performs the data task? When we do a hit, we're not handing it something.
Like, are we trying to get something or post something? Get.
Yeah.
So when you make a GET request, do you have to send any information along with your request?
Okay, so for URL, Phoenix. What do I put in here?
The URL. I've got the element URL.
Keep it going.
Docket. And then you can delete all the stuff after it. Like delete that
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna do parentheses results. And switch. Oh, stop.
You can keep going.
Switch result. And then drive it. I mean the braces.
Curly braces. Why not? Do the first one.
Case that failure. And oh, not that. Let her.
What does that do?
It creates. I mean, it gives that constant the value of whatever the error is. That's the error. Oh, we should not.
Okay. And
Eric, can you help out Michelle? Whichever one of you answers first.
Eric M. What do I do next?
Next case, you need is success.
I can't hear you.
Just success. That's success.
Are you saying let? The completion handler?
Completion handler. So same as like.
I think this is where you want to decode.
Tell us more about that.
You have to do a do catch, try catch.
Before you get there, the thing that we are calling success, what is the type of that thing?
It's data. Should
It's
be data.
data. That's super helpful to know.
So what am I doing in this do block?
You should make a constant, like let element info equal try JSON encode.
Am I calling that on something? Or just typing JSON decode?
Yeah. That first one. Good day.
So I think here we're trying to get the
Sorry.
I think there's already a function in the data types.
you want to tell me about it?
And I don't think that's it. We call it code dependence.
Gotcha. So just like this?
I don't think you need to try.
Is that like a static function or something?
So I don't need that.
Gotcha. What do I put in here? Eric, W. And what were you telling me before, Eric M?
I was telling you something else about, so we can now close that to see. Completion handler. That's success.
So if we're successful, what goes in here? So when we have a do, we also need a so what would go in here? Which app error should we use?
Look at that parse JSON.
Carrie, what goes in here? Nice, nice. So we did the get elements. Should we go see if we need more stuff? Fail.
Oh, man. All right, let's stop there. Thank you, Michelle. So, next up is Sunny. Sunny, can you please sit over there so that the recording stays on?
There?
Yeah.
Sure.
Please.
All right. Max this. All right, so we just ran it and it failed. I'm gonna look at this first error here. Can someone read what this error says? Kevin.
Cannot convert return expression type elements of return type array of elements.
Okay.
Click on fix.
Is that what we want?
Okay. Where it says JSON decoder.decode, put that element in an array.
Why does this have to be an array?
That's what we want the return type to be.
Nice.
Array of elements.
Cool. Let's run it. Another error. Whoa. Let's go with this first one here. It says value of type favorite has no member favorited by. Did you mean favorite by? What do you think's going on here? Phoenix, what do you think's going on?
David potentially messed up.
How do you think you messed it up?
Well, go to the model,
Which model?
the element model.
Okay.
Under the, oh wait, that favorite by, sorry.
Mhm.
Favorite model. It's supposed to be favorited by, not favored by.
Favorited by here.
Right, because inside the actual, inside of the favorited, I mean, inside the URL is only something favored by, it's not something favored by. We don't have coding keys for favorite. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing myself. The coding key down there says favored by, the coding key up there. Sorry, can you code somebody else? I don't even know what I'm saying.
Well, how did you know what the key should be, Phoenix?
What was that?
How did you know what the key should be?
From Thursday. It's supposed to be favorited by.
How did you know on Thursday that that's what it was supposed to be?
That's just what the assignment says.
That's what the assignment says?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have an idea in terms of how we know what our properties should be called?
Just look at the API.
We should look at the API? Yeah. So let's take a look at the API. And it's this URL here. Just give me a sec, Jason. What?
I wonder who wrote all this crap code.
All right, how should I adjust this? Jason, you said?
Use a colon and double slash after HTTP.
Let's change that. Okay, and now, Alex, you said we can just look at the properties here, and so we know what we can write in our properties in our struct, right? And you said it's, Phoenix, you said it's favorited by. So I'm going to go back to my favorite struct. I have this favorited by, but why am I still getting this error here that's saying it's not conforming to protocol, decodable, and encodable?
So the coding keys
What do I have to do here?
change to favorite.
Okay. Yeah, do we need this here?
Ah, man.
Why don't we need this?
Because we're not changing the name of any of the properties that are being parsed in.
I'm deleting it.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, let's build. Still failed.
Ah, man.
Still get this error.
Jack, can you help her out?
Did we implement the get favorites instance method? How do we check for that? Which model? Favorite API client. Nope, we don't have it. So what should I do here? Let's build it. No, I don't think that's right. How do I create one, Jack? Get favorites? What goes after our completion handler? A semicolon? Colon? Escaping? Result app error? Like that? Levi, what should I add? Somewhere? Okay. Like that? Return a void. Is that everything I need for my result?
Missing the success.
Missing a success, because the result can either be a success or a failure. App error is what we've been using for failures. So what do we want when we have a success? Array of favorites. Green means go. All right, so that's our function signature. What do we want in our function to get our favorites? We kind of did it before, right? Network helper, manager. and catch. But before we do that, I'm seeing a bunch of errors here. Why did you choose to use underscore, Eula? So let's. There you go. Where does this error come from? Someone else. Anyone else? Mm-hmm. So you think it's coming from this error here? Any other ideas as to where this error down here in the catch block came from? David? Jack? Where does this error come from? Anyone else have an idea?
What happens when we do a catch block?
What's that, Levi? Did everyone hear that?
Yeah. Catch blocks create their own error property that can be captured within the catch block. So if you want to on last one, he does be the error. I don't know if they didn't answer. He was you can call it whatever. Yeah.
You can call it whatever. So when we try to do something, we have to catch in case there are errors. And so automatically in a catch block, there is a property that is an error. And we could name it something, but in this case, we just leave it as error. Cool. Is this function done? Let's try to build. There. What's that, Levi? Down here? It's HTTPS. Cool. Good to know. Uh-oh. Let's see what this says. Same error. Value of type favorite API client has no member post element. Yeah.
If that one is working, we haven't seen it for afterwards. Maybe we should comment out this thing that we're not using right now. So we see the rest of our code.
This action here? Okay. Build succeeded. It's launching. There you go. Still running. Okay. I have a table view, but I don't have any data. Sam, where should I go to try to figure out what I have to do next? Which view controller? Elements view controller. Albert, what should I look at to see whether or not, or why my data isn't populating? Load data, okay. Did I call it? Ooh, where do I want to call it? Let's run it. Still nothing. Liana, what do you think I should look at next to try to figure this out?
What are you looking for?
Let's see. Data source, and where.
It's a regular view controller.
Numbered section, why is it 0?
Why is it 0? Think I should change this, Liana?
Yeah, so why?
One section. Let's run it. Ooh. See, I have a section, check out these elements, but I still don't have my elements populated.
Is there any kind of like output or error report you can read about this?
What's that, David?
Where might you look for some kind of output that Xcode is giving you about what's going on here?
Uh-oh. Cannot parse JSON. Coding keys. Could not find atomic mass. So where is that? Which one? Here. Nice. Yay!
All right, let's take a 2-minute break or 7-minute break. Thank you, Sunny. When we come back, we'll have an even newer instruction.
David's melting.
Yeah, I'm fine. Come back in 7 minutes.
Because in my head, what I imagined when I saw that message was him laughing.
Yes, I am.
I don't have like the X and the 3 for the heart. You should have made them like big case lowercase, big case lowercase.
Oh. What? Yes, I am making the screen move. I said hi, Liana.
Hi, Levi. Are you?
Is that it? No, that's not it. Where's the X code? Like, is it just this? Oh, mine's giant. That's obnoxious. All right. Wait, how do I get rid of this now? There we go. Ah. David wants me to start. Nobody's paying attention. Hi, everybody. David says he's indisposed for a few minutes, which I assume means bathroom stuff. But he wants me to just start. I honestly had hoped that we'd be done by now. But here we are. So what's up? Do we like this? All right. So how do we find images? Like, if there are no images, what should we look at to figure out what's going wrong? Get image? Yeah. And where is our get image? Is that, oh, that's so funny how tiny it is over here. What bigger than that? Get element, get. So where else should we look for images? Paper? Awesome. Do we like this? Does it look good? Do we have a function that gets an image, takes an URL string, returns a UI image? I don't know, I like that. Where else should we look? Well, let's try looking where we assign an image. Oh. Hey. I don't know. I kind of like that.
So where's the get image function?
Let's try finding our URL. Where's that at? It isn't there, that's for sure.
Can you like do that thing that David does so we can see what URL is printing out?
Yes. Maybe.
Well,
What's that? Oh, it's STR. Yeah, dudes. What's that? The image URL string? Cool. So, let's do. I'm sorry, what are you saying?
The same way you're doing it, you could look at where the definition comes, jump to definition.
So you want the definition for get string what? For and what is the problem with it? What is the problem with it? And this one too? Sweet. Let's go home, everyone. But is that what else is our app supposed to do? It is supposed to segue to a detail view, but it doesn't do that. Something went wrong. We can't show the details for Helium. Awesome. Sweet. Does that look good? What do we have? We have prepare for segue. We are guarding that we have an index and that is equal to the table view for index path for selected row. Otherwise, we're calling a UI alert and then exiting the function. We have an element that is whichever element was selected, and that we're guarding that the segue.identifier does not equal element list to detail segue. Or else we have a UI alert again, and then we exit the function. Well, I think so. Otherwise, it's like anything but this. Let's just check if anything else is right. Regarding that the view controller that we're going to is an element detail view controller Otherwise, we have a UI alert and we're exiting the function. And then we're saying that there's going to be a property there called element that's waiting to be instantiated. And it will be instantiated with whatever element we're sending over. Still doesn't work. Damn you, Phoenix. How do I connect it? That's how I connect with it. Pretend to show an interest in its hobbies, you know, whatever. Where? You'd like to check the API client for element? The model? Which one? Yes. You are correct. I'm going to fix Phoenix's problem first, because it is a problem, and it's very quick to fix. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. And we have a picture that looks oddly like a combo. That's it. We're done. No more. Let's try to save a favorite. David's favorite is hydrogen. Oh, sig abort.
Hey, crash. Oh no. Thanks, Levi. Oh no, Nina has taken over the class now.
Alright, what was it? So.
Hi, Nina.
Hi. Okay, so what do we want to do now? We set up our segue, right? Any ideas what we want to do now? No? Let's run it again to see where we're at. Okay. Cool. I think we want some more information here, or should we just do the favorites thing? Just the favorites? Cool. All right, all right. So any ideas?
We had an error before, but we commented it out
And where was that? Sorry.
in detail.
Okay. Cool. So now this error says value of favorites API client has no member post element. So what should we do? On which one? Favorites API. Huh? This? Okay. Maybe it does. Does it exist? This one says get favorites, which could be what we're looking for, right? Post favorites. So now we have to create this, right? Okay. Any volunteers? Just pick on someone. All right. Angela, do you have any ideas? And where should I make that function? Keep going. Sorry, where? Okay, under here. Okay, so should we say, what is it, post? What was that? Add escaping? What was that? Sorry, you're saying this bracket? Angle? Oh, sorry. Okay. I think I'm missing a C. Anything else? Let's see. Okay. Levi? Yeah. Do you know what comes next? I understand. Let's ruin it though. Okay. Right now? Okay. You're saying encoded favorite? Okay, cool. Oh, that's what that is? Okay. Encoder. Looks like that one. Okay. Crash? Okay.
What else could you do there?
So you want to take out this fatal error? All right, completion handler dot failure. Okay. Which one? Oh, other? Okay. And just error? Let's see.
No data received.
We can use that because it'll work, but it's inaccurate.
Can't send data.
Okay.
Respond to that
Which one?
one.
Okay. No data
And
received.
then you're going to need to break it down on it. And then return. There you go.
Return.
That's it.
Okay.
And then go outside that block. Because we now guarded against will go out and you're down one track.
Here?
Now, okay.
Okay. Phoenix, which one am I supposed to choose? We're calling our network helper. We are posting. This first one?
Oh, sorry, you want the document. Whichever one has the volume.
I can't really see either. Okay. So what do you want to put for the URL? Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, private URL. Favorite URL.
Ayla, do you want to finish this off? Oh, encoded favorite? Okay. Method? After post. Do I want to close it up? And then, okay. And then am I doing this? Do I need anything here? Okay. Ayla, do you want to finish this?
Sure.
What was that? Which one? Huh? So just error? Okay. And Is that not one of these? Just say past data? Data? Okay. Let's see, expected this and expression this.
Need a parentheses after on line 26 PM. Close parentheses.
After error?
And then you have an extra one on line 30.
All
Does
right,
it work now?
let's see.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Does the rest of you have one?
Oh, it looks like it. Oh, there's more?
How do we get all the papers? Well, Eva, let's have people.
Okay.
Thank you, Eva.
Okay, let's try this.
Couple screens there. Just put on X code.
Xcode?
That's it. Yep. Other way. So what are we trying to do now?
We're going to try to fill out the favorites table view controller.
Looks like there's an error in the output. What's going on there?
Over here. Key not found element name. Sam, what can you tell me about this model?
It's like sound value in the middle, so we should sound value down.
Okay. Which value should be nil and optional?
I think having a symbol in our domain, keeping them all optional. I don't know the option.
All right. Oh, something happened.
You got it in the breakpoint, you can just get rid of that. One on the left.
Over here. Let's click this.
Just like click and drag it off. F.
Right here.
You got it. Okay, you're done.
Oh,
How do you continue from here? Anyone know?
we'll just click this.
There's an arrow thing next to that breakpoint thing on the bottom bar.
Let's see.
Okay, next one to the right. Yeah, yep, right.
Hey, favorite unit.
Okay.
Oh, the other breakpoint.
You can give her
Okay. How do we get rid of it? Just slide it off?
click and drag it off.
Uh-huh.
Play again.
Okay, so we've got nothing here. Okay. You said storyboard?
Maybe you want to see if your call succeeded or failed. How to get all those pages. If you would, in the break point.
How do we do that?
Harry, open up.
Breakpoint for the favorites? Yeah. Struck? Okay. Which one? This one? It's okay. Anthony, can you help me out? What do we do now? Which one? Uh-huh. How do we do this breakpoint? Yeah. So what, just click over here? There's nobody there? Hey! 6.3. Okay. Yes.
A breakpoint stops the code right before it executes that line.
Okay.
So no matter what meter switch, it's going to get called because it's going to be called right before that switch. Maybe we'll put that breakpoint somewhere else.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Here? Or 46? 56. Alright, so I'm gonna run it again. Kevin, yes? That's useful. Take a breakpoint. Okay. Ooh, got something. I think we have to unwrap them.
All right, Kimball.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Michelle, Sunny, Levi, even you, Nima, even you, Kimball. Thank you all. That was great. How did you all feel about debugging stuff? You like it?
I wouldn't mind it if it was on something we haven't worked on.
Tell me more.
I don't know, just kind of tired of looking at the assessment.
You don't want to do this specific thing again.
Yeah, like maybe something,
So I'll make up a project and then break it and then give it to you without any prior knowledge. Is that what you're suggesting?
sure.
All right, let's add that in my notes.
Because then people have to actually figure out how to debug, not just like.
Ooh, debugging stuff. Do it from a project that we haven't worked on.
Not a good title. It's not specific to what it's.
I mean, wouldn't that be
Debugging feedback.
more realistic to what we could do? Feel like?
Potentially, yeah. That's a great idea. Set up a project that we haven't worked on to debug. How about that? What else? What were some important skills you used besides like asking other people questions? Did anyone use breakpoints in their code? Yeah? Where did you employ them? Where things weren't working, okay? Such as the API client. And when you use the breakpoint, did anyone try to, let's do this. Beep, boop, gotta rerun it. Did anyone try to do anything in this output area? So check it out. I go, I load that, I go in here, I load that, I put the breakpoint in the wrong spot. Cool, let's do it again. So check this out. Normally we see errors in here. It's also like you're coding in a playground in this environment. So I can start to look around. This PO, I think it just means print out. I really don't know. I use it to print stuff. And I use this like a combination of a playground and a command line. So I can print out anything in this current context, which means I can print out self, which is a favorites table view controller, which makes sense, that's what I'm in. I can print out self.favorites. So it's like I stopped the code in a playground, and I can just look through stuff. I can also just print out like 1 + 1. Let's see. Yeah. Print out like A minus C. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't know how to evaluate that. What about this? Whoa, what does that do? I don't know. This is what's called a REPL. Has anyone heard that term before? Does anyone know what it stands for? It is a read, evaluate, print loop. That's at least how we're using this. You give it some input, it evaluates it, it prints out something. It also does a whole ton of things more than that. This is like a really sophisticated piece of computer software. This LLDB is like itself one of the most complicated things I've ever tried to figure out how to use. It's a debugger component of the LLVM project. It is built as a set of reusable components, blah, 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 blah. So Xcode is not magic. All these things are built into it using different technologies. You should definitely learn more about this specific piece of technology. Well, regardless of all that, when you enter a breakpoint, it stops you in the current scope of whatever that line is. So in this scope, we have self, because we're in this view controller. We have access to anything in self. So we could actually say self dot, whatever the name of the table view is, which is a table view. Got reload data. It's not going to show. Ooh. Because I'm actually just calling a command. Self here is optional because of stuff that we talked about very poorly one time. Why does this not print out anything with what you know about Swift? What am I doing in this line with what you know about Swift? What do those open and close parens mean? I'm calling a function. What function am I calling? And if I'm printing out reload data, or I'm printing out self question mark dot table view dot reload data parens Liana, what's it going to print out after it evaluates that whole thing? It's a little different. What is the return type of this? Reload data. So just like any other expression, this thing evaluates to something. It evaluates to void. It performs some other task. It makes that table view reload its data, but it evaluates to a void function. This is just like setting an equal to something else. This is just like running into the playground. That's all this little area down here does. I would encourage you to get highly familiar with it. So breakpoints are important. I swear. What else?
Is that how most people do it? They do the PO or do they just add expression?
What do you mean add expression?
You right click and add expression. And then you do the same thing.
Like print it out?
Yeah. So like if you go to the debugger, look in the open the
Oh, this guy?
yeah. You right.
Over
So
here?
there you can see it, yeah.
Ooh, tell us more.
It's not like that.
What?
It's like that.
Okay.
So you can like if you open favorites from online, you can see the balance and how.
Ooh. So on this left side, tell us more about what these actually are. You know exactly what it is.
Expression.
Kinda. What does it look like that we've seen before? Does anyone remember when we would print out an array in the playground of our custom types and it gave us some awful looking thing? Okay, let's do it right now. Playground. My playground. Let's replace it. Cool. So I'm going to make a struct called some struct. It's going to be like that. I'm going to say print an array that has some struct, 3 of them. When I run this, oh yeah. Looks kind of similar here too, where when we have a custom type, in here, you see where that thing is defined. So just like in here, it's saying that thing was defined here. I know this is really like descriptive. I'm really glad to offer you a great description. These are all the objects that are available in the scope of this breakpoint. So like I was printing things out before, you can also just look through the objects. So in this success block, the first object is a favorite with a name, favorited by, element symbol. The 11th thing in the array of favorites is a favorite by Ayula. You like helium? So do you like helium? Okay. 39th one, Levi also likes helium. I guess you guys weren't clicking very far down your table view to test. I like lithium. I mean, it's It's like a decent song, but I don't remember creating that. Yeah, and so on. So I like beryllium. Okay, great. So all of the objects available in your current scope of your breakpoint are in this little thingy here. Thanks, Michelle. Okay, I got it. I got it.
Virtual high five.
That's okay. I'm good. What else do you guys do to debug? Read error messages. Debugging. Deal with them one at a time. That's pretty good. I can't make this bigger, I'm sorry. I bet I could make the font bigger, but I don't know how to use this. Kevin, what do you do to debug stuff? Say that again? What about if, like, you launch the app and then all of a sudden it crashes? What? Crash, print out in the debugger. Nice. Cool. What else? Yeah, I'll call it the debugger. Restart Xcode. Won't do anything. Check spelling errors. I love it. Check spelling errors or mismatches. Cool. I'm getting really warm in this room. Is anyone else warm? Maybe it's. Can you say that louder? Can you debug for the class a little louder?
Maybe you're hot because it's like 90 degrees out and you have that thick structure on.
That makes so much sense. That's a great idea. Wait, there was no idea there. Just criticizing. Great. Does anyone else have any more feedback or ideas on how they'd like to work on these debugging things?
Like your suggestion on commenting something out that we're not using at the moment, so you can test what we are debugging.
Comment out code that doesn't work that we are not focusing on at the moment. So we don't have to get the whole project working before running it. Istishna, next time we debug, what would you like to do? What would you like to do that's different? Yeah. I'm going to have fellows lead every time. Any other thoughts?
Were there other people who gave suggestions on how to do debug? So, different way of doing it than the way they did it?
I don't think so. I think we really got there in a very linear way. But I think on Floundering Thursdays, things might go a little different.
Okay. I think it's valuable to see it. I think it's valuable to see it being done in different ways. So I think it's comfortable with, okay, why did you do it this way, not this other way? So like, I think it's very valuable to see it be done in different ways. Makes you a little bit And it's like, in a way of like not necessarily challenging the person who's debugging and like using the debugging session, but more like seeing what other options there are in case like the way Levi debugs, how big is the way like you like thought about debugging, and so like figuring out what your brain does and or goes to first is probably very valuable to having like put that out there so other people can see like, oh, okay, that's an option. It might be a little bit longer